Can we get Felipe in there? Hey, this is Billy Merritt, and I am bringing you the DigiNinja Dealer Academy with Caleb Wilson. Every Thursday, we bring in Caleb, and he's going to drop some knowledge on us every Thursday. Well, today, we have a special guest filling in for Caleb, Tim McCarn. Tim has helped hundreds of dealers across the country. Powerful message, powerful. Hey, stop right there, Chan. Whoa. Okay, so you can walk through, sir. You can walk through. It's no problem. It's okay. So, I have rules around here, and this is impromptu. These guys didn't know I was going to stop them. What's one of my rules, Chan? Well, no, just any rule. There you go. All right, Felipe got it. Always be the best dressed person in the room. You guys look great. I appreciate that. That lets me know that you're paying attention and you're bought in to the vision that I'm dropping on you. So thank you, guys. Get to work. Thank you. Let's bring on Tim McCarn. Let's see what he's got for us today. Hey, Tim.
What's up, Billy?
Man, these guys, they outdressed me today. Now look at you. You got that great looking sport coat on. You outdressed me today. So I'm just going to be a humble host and say, welcome to the show. I appreciate you coming on and looking good. What type of message do you have for us today?
Lord, man, message always burning inside of me. I was just pondering this morning. Yesterday was Veterans Day, and I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran. And then in my job, I was there in Desert Storm. And one of the things that I did was refueled airplanes, ground and air. I was a part of refueling support. And I was thinking about the automobile business. I was thinking about life in general as a leader, and where you're a leader is in constant support. You ever felt like that you were just always gassing people up, trying to put fuel on the fire, keep everybody stoked and pumped and all that? And I thought about the automotive business. I thought about general managers, sales managers. I was thinking about just a leader in general running a business, and how that every day we got to make sure that our tanks are full so that we can fill other people's tanks. So that was on my mind this morning, man.
Yeah, well, let me speak to that for a second. I had this analogy. Come here, Jeremy. I had this analogy of going all in. People, Texas Hold'em is a popular, I guess you'd call it a game, popular card game. And a lot of people, when they play poker, they're very conservative they play what they call really tight. They're very conservative with putting their chips in, but in life and fuel and pumping people up and giving them, and it's more the motivation, Tim.
That's right.
Giving them real fuel, passion, purpose. And I know you're big on purpose. If you give them real purpose, then you can change things. But I let them know, look, man, when it comes to your energy and your effort, you get a whole new stack of chips every time you go all in. Not just daily, but I can go all in, and I can give you everything I have right now in this hour that we're going to be talking on here. I can give you everything that I have. When I get up from here and I go to I have a meeting at 12 o'clock. I have a meeting at 12:31, 2:45. I have all these meetings today, but I can keep going all in every time, over and over and over. So we never run out of chips in this thing called purpose and energy. I just want to take time to say thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you guys dressing well today. It means a lot. It lets me know that you guys are paying attention. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the greatest tragedy in life is not death. It's a life without purpose, Billy.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the point spoken, man. And just always really feeling like, you're feeding into someone's purpose. One of the things that I always ask, even salespeople, I ask people that I'm around constantly, the people I meet, people that are my friends, hey, what's your purpose? And I'm not so much as concerned about what it is directly, as much as knowing how that I can be a good friend and a leader to be able to feed into whatever that purpose is. And that's what I like. I love being able to hear somebody's dream, passion, what they want to do, who they want to become, the things that they want to do in life, and speak to that. That's a beautiful thing. And I know that there's going to be some guys probably jumping on here today watching this that meet me, talk to me in the automotive business occasionally and periodically. And that's a big piece of mine, man. I love that. I love just diving into somebody's world personally and be able to say something there that just sparks them. It fires them up, so.
Yeah, well, I think we're on the same page, man. I feel like I have a purpose to wake people up and to open the blind eyes, to their potential and change some things. I live in a small town here in South Georgia, and but I'm not a small-minded person. I think in big, grandiose ideas and dreams, and talking about. I love getting personal with these guys and what's your dreams? Where do you want to be in 5 years? And to be able to help them achieve that and to know that you're making a difference in somebody's life, that's more important. Now, how old are you, Tim?
I am 48 years old.
Okay, so you got me by a couple of years. Maybe you can shed some wisdom on me here. I've been trying to inspire and help and change people's lives for 10 years. And early on, I would get very frustrated because I'd like, they don't get it. So, now looking back, gaining more patience and trying to be a better leader, because, we have to be growing. We have to be improving our skills focused on us. But I've probably had 100 people working here in the last 3 years, and we have about 50 right now. So a lot of people come in and you give them that speech, trying to get them to see what a big opportunity we have. And very few people get it, Tim. Now, today, I'm really very pleased. I came in just before this show started. I was up till past 10 last night working on some pages, and it was very, very busy. We'll talk about that too. But, when I came in this morning, 3 of my guys, they're getting it. Be the best dressed person in the room, but what do you do when you run when you see potential in somebody and you're like, you can't take responsibility, even though we want to save everybody, I guess.
Yeah. Wow, man, you are diving into my world. And I get you, because, when you have something, you have a message, you have a vision, you see life from a different perspective, and you see someone's potential, and you're doing everything you can to deposit that into them, get them to hear the message, get them to respond to it, get them to engage with it. And as they process and as they grow and as hopefully they mature, they receive it. Hardest things for us is to recognize that people have certain limitations when it comes to hearing things. We take the great book, Faith Cometh by Hearing, Hearing by the Word. And so literally someone has to be able to hear it and then activate it. It's faith without works is dead. So one of the things that over the years, and I'm with you on this numbers thing, literally, I probably have pastored over 2,000 plus people or more in the last 18 years. I would say probably more the 4,000 range. And not all of those are here anymore. And so I've saw some just rise and succeed. I've saw some get it. I've watched them go for it. And then I've watched those who just kind of fallen by the wayside. It caught a little bit of root, but then it was choked out by the weeds or the thorns, and that they got it, and then all of a sudden it was stolen from them because it was a pursuit issue or a desire to go even further with it. That's a hard thing. And, one of the things that I've always reminded myself, and I can't save everybody. And I wasn't actually the one who was designed to save everybody. I just have the message. I just have the conveying of the message. And at the end of the day, you want to see people get it, but it's a numbers game. Life is a numbers game, literally, that you just keep on. You get up every day, you say it. You say the same thing and you say it well. You say it well. You say good things. You say it to them, and hopefully someone's going to catch it. That's what happened to me. That's what's happened to you. You caught it. You caught what someone else said to you, and it sprung forth fruit. And that's a fortunate thing, and we want everybody to hear that. And you know, it's a leader's demise at times. I can't tell you, and if I can get very vulnerable here, because I'm a big vulnerable person. I think some of the greatest leaders are the most vulnerable people when it comes to how they feel. And there have been times that I've sit in an empty room where I gave some of the best motivational, inspirational speeches or topics of teaching about success. And I sit around an empty room and reminded myself of the people that sit in those meetings, that sit in those places, and they're no longer there anymore, or they didn't catch it. And I would weep, crying over the fact that I was hoping, I wish that they would have got it. If they would have got it, they could have come out of it. They could have come out of that poverty. They could have come out of that lifestyle. They could have come away from the thing that's been holding them hostage. And so that's a passion. And I believe that God rears people up that have the message like that for folks to hear it, grab it, and succeed. So, yeah.
Well, you know what? You woke me up there a little bit. You know, we are the fortunate ones. We're very fortunate if we do hear it and we get it, and we're tuned in to the spirit, to the purpose, to the vision. And if we had that vision, I'm convinced that if you're watching this and you have a burning desire for prosperity, for wisdom, for arriving for a bigger purpose than you have right now, you didn't come up with that on your own. God put that in your heart, and so you're fortunate that it's there. But when I go back and look at my journals from years ago, I was writing down the big goals. I had the vision, but then I would hit a wall. Something would happen. The wheels would fall off, and then but persistence. Paul Sullivan calls it. Has always called me relentless. I just start over, do it again, and then when it happens, man, when you reach a level that you really thought was kind of fantasy, when you reach that level and it's real, then you're like, okay, now I have a duty to help others know that it can be done, and you are putting this message out there all the time to your congregation and on here and the people that you meet. I know that that when you go into a dealership, you go with a purpose to change things, not just to sell cars. And I mean, my favorite part about what I do is changing these young people's lives. But, you have a duty, Tim. It is your responsibility to keep people, to keep feeding them, to keep watering that seed, because that seed's in there, man. And the seed was in me for a long, long time. And, I wasn't sure that it was going to grow. And we're just beginning, by the way, you and I both. 5 years from now, we're going to have, we're going to have touched hundreds of thousands of people. Do you know that the ads that we run on Facebook have been seen by over 50 million people?
Wow. That's incredible.
And that's you and I touching those people. It really is. They may not be seeing our face or seeing our name on every one of those ads, but it comes from us. Everything with a purpose is going to affect, the cause and effect is real. So
you're right. And on that note alone with Facebook, it's all communication. When we're chatting and we're texting people about buying a car, we're hearing their heart and where a need is in their life. That is a need. They're needing a car. They need another vehicle. And we're chatting and talking about this need and leading them to a person, a place where they can get the need met. And I've seen so many times, Billy, and I've watched the hope come in somebody's heart. I've watched them walk into a store and we be able to do something for them because of our experience. we're able to, and the teams that we're working with, to be able to do something for them that they hadn't been able to get done. And so they would leave hugging, they would leave like, embracing us, thanking us so much. And that, to me, honestly, is another reward. It's a reward that comes with what we do when we're touching people. Communication is so important. I mean, it is so important when it comes to communicating what you're trying to get across, the purpose of what you're trying to get across, and then the value that comes with it. That's extraordinary. And so I love it. I love being able to reach so many people. You and I could never pick up the phone and call that many people, reach that many people in a 5-day segment, 6-day segment. And so to be able to do that with the team there and to be able to chat, and I think, to be honestly, we're really giving some hope. If we really want to find some purpose in all this, man, we are giving hope.
That last word right there, hope. I don't know if you can read my handwriting.
I can see it. Yes, sir.
But I was gonna write down. So you have to. Hope is a powerful tool. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
If you're a salesperson and you're trying to help a customer solve a problem, you have to give them hope that it can actually get done. And I used to discount hope because, like, man, hope is just like, the whole wishing one hand, hoping one. But you have to. Hope is the beginning. Once if you can inspire hope, then hopefully you can inspire a plan and actually take some actions to make it come true. So it's not hope alone, but hope is powerful. And you can use hope as a tool. You can use hope in your branding and your messaging and your ads. You can give hope. People use it to get elected, giving people hope. And it's very powerful. So I've learned to embrace hope and use hope as a tool.
Right. I can give hope out of the confidence and knowing what I can do to help somebody. So if I'm saying to someone that I can do something, that meaning that I know that I have confidence in me that we can solve a problem somewhere, and that's it. Yeah. And it's not manipulating someone's emotions or feelings or their need. It's literally knowing that I've got the answers. I know that I've seen it done before. We can do it again.
Yes. So, a lot of times so I'm going to speak to the car salespeople right now. We have a lot of them watching it. And Smith, if you will, in the background, get ready to pull up my Facebook account. I want to show them some of the action that's going on right now. But if you're a car salesperson, you need to use hope. Put hope into your pitch, okay? And when you're dealing with someone in a tough situation, whether that's negative equity, whether it's bad credit, whether it's they need money down, whatever it is, whatever the reason is that makes it difficult or that seems impossible for them to be able to purchase a car from you. If they have a want, they have a need. Listen, I see it far too often. The salesperson or even the management team will say that's not a deal. Okay. Mm-hmm. And, when we get a lot of messages coming in about, I got negative equity, I got bad credit. Now, sometimes it can't be done right now, but Joey Arvison just commented on here. Joey, we had to implement this into our process of how to give these people hope if they're upside down, if they have negative equity, if they have bad credit, if they've been turned down, if they don't have any money down, if they just got through being told no before. We see it. Joey is probably the most effective I've seen at doing this, giving those people hope, getting them in, and then finding a way, like you say, to put the deal together and for them to leave there hugging you, crying. And let me ask you a question, Mr. Negative person that says, oh, we shouldn't get that person in here and give them false hope. If you do not get them in there and try to work it out, even though everybody else hasn't been able to do it so far, then you're going to miss those opportunities that Tim are talking about right there. How powerful is it, Tim, when you find a solution and you put a deal together and they start crying and they start hugging you and they leave there? If you had went with your instinct and said, man, this is not a deal, and told them not to come, then you would have failed that person.
That's right. I mean, you're even to the point that if you understand purpose beyond the car experience or the sale or the transaction, think about purpose. And so I take it as a point that I want to be able to talk to someone. I want to meet a new friend. I don't know what door God is about to open for me through someone. And so literally I get them in and say, all right, let's look at everything. Let's break this down. Let's see where you're at. Let's see how you got here. If it's a credit issue, how did you get here? What happened? What's the story behind this? Well, my husband passed away, left me with a lot of bills, etc. My children live over in another state. I'm here alone. I've got a couple friends here and there, etc. You start hearing their story, and then all of a sudden you can dive into the story, and they'll be able to lead them in a path that they're not offended. They actually found someone that can help them and talk to them where they're at. Now listen, I may not even sell a car with this person, but what I've done is give direction, and hopefully they're going to come back to, when they get that, use the direction I gave them and to purchase a car, because they felt someone was there to help them, not a number, not to blow them off, not to say we can't do nothing for you. And I believe I'm a big stickler on this, because I believe that we should count everybody worthy to be able to help and to be able to bring them in, to be able to give them some direction. But when you get someone that you're able to navigate and to work through something, you not only help them and inspire them, but the people that you're working for, the sales manager, the salesperson. I can't tell you how many times the salesperson pulled me to the side and said, Tim, thank you so much for making this a deal. If it wasn't for you really pushing this and really diving into them, I don't know we would ever made a deal, And I think those are the inspirational things that do come out of the matter of being able to talk and to give hope and to be confident in your gift on purpose. That's to me, I find more greater. Listen, I get more satisfaction when I leave a store. If I'm going back home on a late Saturday night and I'm talking to my wife, or I'm talking to one of my car buddies, or Caleb, or one of the guys, and I'm just sharing about success and about what happened and how things were. Yeah, they may be a little bit of frustrations, but we pass through all of that, right? But we look at the overall success. We find the good in it all, and that's the people. You find the good in the people. And I believe that's why one of the greatest things that I have loved in life so far is being a part of the car business, because I get to see people every single day, and I get to help people solve problems every single day, as I do here. So,
well, if you are, if you're working with that higher purpose, and you understand that your job's to help people and not just to sell a car to make money, it's not about the money. Of course we do it for the money. We wouldn't do it if it wasn't money attached to it, but that's just the way economics works. That's the way capitalism works. We live in, right now, thankfully, we still live in a capitalist society. But if you're working with that higher purpose, take the time to coach these people. You're an expert if you're a closer and you're a salesperson and you've been in the car business long enough to know how finances work, how banks work, how credit scores work, how you can help people. You can coach them on how to get their credit score up. I mean, there's so many things you can do to help someone other than just giving them a transactional sale. So, hey, real quick, I want to speak to my marketing team right now. Jamie Lopez and Chad Gay just spoke. He inspired me to do this. Pull up Chad's comment real quick. Chad Gay's out in Texas. He's a Cowboy Kid. These guys been doing business with us, Tim, for 3-4 years now, every single week. So they're just an amazing team. Chad's a closer on the ground out there. He does what you do. He goes out and facilitates the events. What's he say, Smith?
There is always a way to get a customer a vehicle.
Absolutely. You got to have that. And there is a way. There's some way we can get them in there. So, Chad, here's what I'm going to do. I think Chad's working through Monday out there. Verified he's working through Monday. Sarah, Chad, make sure that Mark Compton, the general manager, I think he's the partner out there in the dealership, sees this as well. Jamie Lopez, Abby. I'm convinced that I have the best ads department in the country. Sarah and her team out in Colorado, and Jamie's working here in the office. Now, they're very smart. They're smarter than me about maybe some of the nuances. Well, maybe not the nuances. I'm pretty good with the nuances, but about some of the technical things. All right. But I'm a power. I believe in hitting something really hard. So I'm telling you right now, guys, that I believe that if you double the ad spend, it's going to increase the sales. I think that's pretty straightforward. So I want you to double the ad spend from now to Monday. Make sure Chad's going to stay there Monday. I do not care if we're going backwards on the profit because these guys do business with me every single week. So I want to double the ad spend, and I want to see if doubling the ad spend will increase the sales, and I'm pretty sure it will.
Will that be in the weekly sheets, or should I be looking somewhere else?
Chad will know probably.
Thank you.
Pull up my Facebook real quick, and I want Tim to take a look at this. I think most of the. All right, is that live?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can they see the notifications down there in the bottom left?
Yes.
Look,
this is what they're seeing right here.
Okay, so look at those times. Actually, click on my notifications tab at the top right up there.
There we go.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
25 seconds ago, they're 1 minute ago.
And they're still rolling in right down here.
So go to the very top right there, Smith, and read the times and just kind of go through.
This was 1 minute ago.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute ago. 1 minute ago. 1 minute ago. We got 4 more like that, and we started 2 minutes ago. 2 of those.
And most of those, some of those are comments from my team, but most of those are leads that are coming in. That's that's what $6 million in ads will do. We've spent $6 million on Facebook ads. So let's go back to Tim real quick. Tim, I got a question, or I want you to speak to this. Last night at 9:00, I jumped on some pages to just look and see what was going on, and we had to get 5 people on one page. So you can speak to this as well. Leading up to the election, Facebook ads were tough. Getting the results that we wanted was really tough. There was some discouragement nationwide. You could spend, we were spending big money, but because of all the political ads out there and because of all the changes and suppression that was going on with a lot of things, a lot of our ads just weren't getting seen. I don't know what Facebook did yesterday, but I've never seen ads. I've never seen leads come in so hot and fast. Now, listen, we've all, people always worried, well, we waited too late. We didn't get on the train early enough. We missed the bus. There's never been a better time to be on Facebook and doing Facebook ads. It's hotter than it's ever been. And, I wish that we could, I loved radio. I love TV, but there is nothing that compares to Facebook ads right now. Have you seen that with your dealers?
Yes. And we dealt with the whole pre-election stuff. I was in stores, we were working, and it was like, get your shovel out in one hand, go to work, just dive in. And we watched, the kind of the hill, the mountains and the valleys kind of deal. Most of the time on Saturdays, we'd pull an event out. No matter every time we'd pull it out on Saturday, whether we were in Tampa or whether we were in DC. I was in DC the week leading into the election, Billy. All right. Think about that. It was a ghost town. All right. Everybody was gone. Trump was gone. Everybody was going back, running all their campaigns. And so literally I was like, all right, here we go. And then lo and behold, we were chopping each day. Saturday, here it come all the traffic. We were working the phones, working the people, great team up there. And so it was a work. It was a work to get it. So sometimes you just got to work when it's kind of like that. But since now, as the weight of all that ad space has coming off from all the political stuff, now we're getting a release, so to speak, of getting the exposure in front of people. And I think we're going to see that leading all the way into Christmas. I think we'll see a lot of that leading all the way into the end of the year because of the political side kind of slowing down from the ad stuff, And so it's a great time. This is a great time to jump in and load up the cart, move the needle. Let's get the variable going. Let's get people in there buying cars. Let's get our salespeople making some money, get good quality closers in there who know how to close the first pencil. Bless the Lord. Close the first pencil. Let's make some money. Right. And so we can have a Christmas.
Amen. Amen. I tell you what, man, we've got, I think 48 employees now, and that's not counting my salespeople. And that's not counting you. You're not on my payroll. You just sell the events and you use you use our call center. And these guys back here, they're on the phones, they're on the keyboards, they're setting appointments. And if it continues, which I suspect it will, let me talk about prosperity real quick, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about being blessed and being thankful, because when I look at you, Tim, and I say I'm so thankful for the relationship I have with you, and I'm so thankful that you're a true friend, and I know you're a great person, and that if I need you, that you'll be there for me. I'm a really, really grateful person, and I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to meet people like you, and I'm thankful that this journey has given me so much to be thankful for. So I'm so happy and grateful about it all. But let me tell you what I'm happy and grateful for when it comes to this business. And this is not bragging, Tim. This is me saying, man, this is a great time to be doing what we're doing. We've never not had year over year increase in sales. Okay. So every like October was tough, even though with the election coming up, it seemed like it wasn't like it was in September. October was a little bit less. So, but we still had year over year increase in sales from the previous year. And that's been like that for every single month. We've never not had an increase. We're on track to blow out November now from last year. We've never had 2 consecutive months of decreasing revenue. So like I said, September was really good. October wasn't quite as well, but we pull it right back up with November and get above October again. That, I know we're a new company, 4 years old, but that's still something to be grateful for. And it would not be possible. We talked about this yesterday in our meeting. The people in this organization, that this community, we have the best people in the country, man. I mean, if you name the people that are in this, that are putting this thing together, you look at Joey, you look at Tim, you look at Caleb, you look at Sarah, you look at Abby, you look at my people in here, Smith. These people come together and work with a purpose. And that is the thing. It's coming up on Thanksgiving. And I just wanted to let you guys know I'm very thankful and grateful for that.
Amen. And gratitude is massive. That alone, and if I can convey that on my end of it all, it's one of the things that I really began to get connected with Caleb, and Caleb and I there was a common bond. We share purpose and life together before business, and then we did business together. And to be able to have people who hear and know your heart, and that are consistently, and they're faithful. Faithfulness with friendship is something that many of us don't see a lot in the car business, and to say that note, have I failed at times trying to be a faithful friend, making a decision, not so much as thinking it through, but just making it on the whim? Absolutely. I've made mistakes. I think we've all made mistakes somewhere along the way when it comes to friends, but a great friend knows how to come back and apologize sincerely and talk about those things, talk about their heart, and you're able to respect one another. And I think that's the key at it all. I respect you as an entrepreneur, as a man. I kind of view your life obviously through the lens of Facebook perception, so to speak, as a husband and as a father, and as you celebrate your children, as you celebrate everybody around you, as you go through life. And Smith's on here. I'm getting to meet him. Sarah, Abby, all those guys. We're like a great family, man. We're just learning each other, watching each other through walks of life, working together. And I'm grateful too. And I'm grateful for what's coming. I always speak to the future because I can't do nothing about the past, but I always speak to the future. And I'm grateful for what's coming. I'm grateful for the things ahead. And it is truly an honor to receive that as the gratitude, Billy, as you shared just now.
So, I like what you say there. You see me through the lens of Facebook, and I try to be very transparent. And you're definitely always like these people. Smith, he sees the good and the bad, and we definitely try to portray the best parts of us, right? But I'm the first to admit I fail as a leader, but I'm always trying to be better. So what I want to do right now is get you to speak to primarily my people, the people who don't know what this business is totally. They just came with a job and they're getting training. What kind of advice or what can you say to the people who are in this organization? What do they need to be focused on? How can they get the most out of this? And there's Sarah there. What give us some things from your perspective that you know would be helpful to me and my team?
I noticed there's you like many organizations, Billy, have a lot of young talent around you. And with the world of Facebook and digital marketing, the DigiNinja team, we're raising up a new generation of automotive people. And with that being said, that as I was a young man, I still am, coming into this industry fresh out of the Air Force, I had a cousin who was a finance manager, and he made great money. You know, he was a great closer. He was a mathematician. Man, dude was so smart when it come to numbers, and I always kind of respected him for that. Like, he was on the beta team in high school and all this other stuff, and was a debater. He's real sharp-minded, and he got an F&I job within a year and a half of selling cars. That's how he moved into a big company, which was Town and Country Ford here in Charlotte, which is Sonic Automotive now, and selling 700 to 1,000 cars a month. Anyway, to get to the point, is that I admired, number one, his work ethic, and then I admired his sharpness, and then I admired his checkbook. All right, he he drove a nice car, debt free. He owned a beautiful home on a lot of acreage, etc. And to find a pathway to that type of success before you're 25 is remarkable in itself. I used my success in this business to feed my purpose. And you heard me tell that story last time about how I used the success in the car business, which was commission sales, to be able to pay my way through Bible school and college. And I bought stock with Sonic Automotive right when it went public, $8 a share. All right. Anybody want to talk about making some money? And I put as much as I possibly could into that when it went public. And then I turned around and used those proceeds to be able to go and pay for a 2-year degree in Bible college. And that was just feeding my purpose. I come back still in the car business today because it still feeds my purpose. This team that you have, Billy, as they are devoting themselves to this industry, sky's the limit. This industry literally shifts in moments when it comes to marketing, when it comes to reaching people, touching people. Technology is changing rapidly and constantly. Here I go quoting the scripture, but the Bible says that in the last days, the plowman will be overtaken by the reaper. Okay, meaning that we're going to begin to reap so fast the benefits of what we're doing. Literally, there's going to be such a quick return on exchange. So if we put our efforts into something, there's going to be a quick return. There's going to be constant return. So there's an energy flowing in the earth right now. And if you get in this industry and learn it, walk through the highs and the lows, stay faithful and consistent, don't give up. Can I tell you, this business will not support a quitter. This business only supports those who refuse to give up. And what happens to those who refuse to give up? And I've seen it so many times. You ever heard that old saying, the last man standing? Well, it's the last man standing out of a group of quitters is the one who gets paid. She's the one that's getting the promotion. He's the one coming up with the next greatest idea. She's the one with the next level of network, a greater network, and constantly and consistently finding business. They're the ones who don't even have to literally at times pick up the phone to get business. The business keeps flying in to them because everybody knows that they've been there. They know the business. They've got the right gifts, the personality. They know they have the ideas. They have the creativeness. They got that no quit attitude, and they're fighters. Listen, in this business, you got to be a fierce fighter. You got to be able to get up in the morning after being knocked down and get up and win. Get up and go at it again. If you get knocked down, you get up again. You keep on coming at it. And it's those people that succeed. It's those people that find the groove, the niche. And just like you and I and Caleb and all these other guys that we know, they're still here and they're still getting paid, and they're getting paid more money today than they did back then. We had to work our way to get here, and you're going to have to work. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to keep on keeping on to get into this business and to get into it in a way that you begin to succeed, you begin to grow, there's in that building, right? Let me just say this right now, right behind you, Billy, one of those young people have the next greatest idea. They have the next greatest idea that is going to make dealers across this country more money than they ever had before. Something inside of one of them, and they got to make sure that that gift, that idea doesn't go to the grave. It's got to get out. It's got to get out, and it's our job to give them room and opportunity to grow, to have that gift manifest, to listen to what's inside of them, let what's inside of them come out in that room, and let's lay it on the table. Let's put some architectural plans to it. Let's make that dream come true. Let's make it a reality. Somewhere, some way, somehow, in that room right now is the next thing. It is in that room. We just got to get it out of you. And the only way that happens, you keep on keeping on. You don't quit. You just allow it to nurture and grow, and then all of a sudden it manifests, and now there's a massive tree full of fruit and a lot of money hanging from it.
There he is, man. I tell you what, thank you. I accept it. I agree. I take it. These young people, they're experts at technology. There's so many things that are changing so rapidly in sales. You take, for instance, Carvana. People laughed. The old school dinosaurs laughed when they said car vending machines. There were really going to be car vending machines. There really are car vending machines because people don't like to deal with the old way of buying cars. The keep all the information hidden from them doesn't work. Let's be transparent. Let's explain to them how it really is. This new company, I think it's called Vroom, they're running some very powerful commercials about never go to a dealership again. Okay. To buy a car or to sell your car. And they're very, very good. I mean, very smart, brilliant commercials. The reason there's a market for that is there's so many people who do car business in an ugly way, and it's not fun. People hate the way to go. That people would rather go to the dentist than go to buy a car in a lot of cases. So the opportunity, the reason that we are just growing so fast is because we give them an even better way to buy a car than a vending machine or from Vroom, right? We through text message, at a distance, no pressure, solving their problems, taking care of everything before they get there, delivering the car to them. Just, we're making buying a car a pleasant experience, and the technology makes it that you're right. The next billion-dollar idea is in this room behind me in the minds of one of these young people. And with our software, DigiNinja, pull up DigiNinja.com in the background of Smith. But tell you what, the opportunity for brilliant people is, computer science. Man, geez, man, we've spent to show DigiNinja right there. Okay, this looks like a very simple website. It is anything but. I don't know if we can log into it, but that's okay. We don't have to. I'll just tell you what this thing does. This if we log in as a DigiNinja, then we have it's a CRM. Everything funnels into there. When I say everything, I'm talking about all the conversations that we have internally, all the conversations that customers have with our ads on Facebook, all the comments. Everyone has a queue, and then we can communicate with those people. We can give it to them in very, very fast. Well, to get this thing developed costs quite a bit of money. Okay. I mean, like right around $400,000 right now. All right. Well, to find somebody capable of doing this in the United States was quite a task, but I got great news. You can go back to us now, Smith. Tim, you want to talk about everything being connected. We decided a couple weeks ago that we were going to, it took us 14 months to get this thing developed. We're at the goal line, right? We're using it. There's some things that we want to get perfected, but we needed somebody that really spoke our language, like the English language and the car business language to help us to find it. Man, if somebody in this room knew how to program and write this code, they'd be worth $1 million, right? So I started looking all over the country for someone who would come here and help us finish this thing. Had people in California, people in Texas, and it just didn't feel right. Well, yesterday, Sarah and I got on a call with a young man from Marietta, Georgia. He lives in Marietta, Georgia, which is, a 1 hour plane ride from here. So he doesn't have to relocate, but he's coming on board as a full-time employee with us and going to help us. We need somebody to maintain this thing every single day. But my point of saying all that is this guy can name his price. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows how to do these things, and he'll be able to come in and help us create something that's even more valuable than, take it to the marketplace. And that's worth millions of dollars. So this is not a sales company only. We're a technology company. We're a software company. There's so many areas that if someone is interested in growing in that area, this is a wonderful place to get it done. And we got 48 employees. If we take when we take DigiNinja to 2,000 car dealers, which is coming because we've already done business with 2,000 car dealers, all we have to do is go back and say, hey, here's another product you need. It's an easy sale. We're going to have 200 employees. You know what I'm saying? So the opportunity, as you say, is just limitless for bright, competent, hungry people. Did we lose his audio?
Oh crap!
I don't know if that's you or me. Smith. Oh crap!
I don't believe it would be on our side. Still got all the same settings.
Do we? We can just keep trying to get the sound on your end, Tim, and we can bring you back on. But if you want to, you can just go to single screen right here. Let's take a look at the comments real quick, and hope, Tim, you just keep trying. If we can get you on there, that's great. Pick up where we left off. Okay, there's Chad right there.
Yes, he said he'll be there through Monday.
Chad, here's what I'm going to do for you, buddy. I am going to double the ad spend. Sarah, double the ad spend. What does she say?
Consider spend doubled.
Spend doubled. Double the ad spend. What'd she say next?
We are grateful and thankful as well. I greet every day with what I am grateful for, and that is powerful for how I see my day and how I see people I interact with. Thank you for being on my grateful list. Tim, you are always a delight.
You notice she didn't tell me I'm always a delight.
No comment.
No comment. What's next?
Carson Henry said, sorry I'm late. And now dealers are listing inventory with Carvana. Shaking my head.
Yep. So Carson, I think Carson's coming in. Is he coming to the office?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I want to talk to Carson about that, because he's a tech guy, and what may be a better way to do that. Obviously, he's put off by dealers listing inventory with Carvana. I want to see what a solution to that is. We're going to bring him on the show, and we're going to introduce his product to thousands of car dealers. They're going to see it. And that's going to be fun. It looks like we're still having the technical difficulty over there. Can you hear, Tim?
Let's give it a look.
Can we hear you? I can't, buddy.
Still nothing.
That's okay. Hey, here's the thing. That's okay. It's been a wonderful show. We've got tons of information. I think you're going to be able to break this thing down and give us lots of useful clips. That, one thing we do with this is we disseminate. We take the best parts of these conversations that we have, and we blast them all over. You'll see them show up again on my Facebook page, on my business page. You'll see them on YouTube. You'll see them on advertisements throughout Facebook when people are watching TV, Instagram TV, LinkedIn. There's tons of places that we show that we disseminate this. So it's very powerful. What we're doing, Tim, is we're making you omnipresent, like you're like your Lord. We're making you omnipresent so you can get your message out there to people all over the place. And that's a very powerful concept, omnipresence. And, to be able to spread the good news and to spread spiritual great truths with a capital T, truths all over the world. It's just a powerful tool. And I'm grateful for you, thankful to be able to help you get your message out there. We'll wrap this thing up, Smith. Next, tomorrow's Feel Good Friday. We're going to have Paul Sullivan in on Feel Good Friday. Yeah, man. Can't wait, Carson. See you Tuesday, or is it Monday?
I believe it's Tuesday. Sales
Okay.
show. Yes.
Okay. We'll see Carson then. I can't wait to disseminate that thing. You better bring your A game, Carson, because I'm be asking some technical questions. I want you to sharpen up your pitch. I want you to pitch me on that show. Let me see what you got. And from what I've seen so far, it's a wonderful product. It was a very powerful product. I would recommend it. I'll put my stamp of approval on it. And me and Tim and Caleb and my sales team, we've sold over 2,500 dealers our products. We'll see what we can do for you too as well. Thank you, guys.